way. Okay.
This meeting is being recorded.
Andrea, whenever you need to go, that's absolutely fine. No problem at all. Busy day. Right, here we go. Brilliant. All right, so we're going to start on the mats in, let's start in all fours, actually. Let's just take it into a modified scorpion. So all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then where your hands are, just bring your elbows down. So from there, bring your left leg into the center. So that's going to be your standing leg. So we're bringing it across just to give you some balance. And then you're going to pick up your right knee, turn the toes out to the side, and take that leg up in a big circle all the way up to the ceiling. So I've still got a 90-degree bend in the knee, leg up to the ceiling. And then the focus then is very much on lifting that right hip up. So you're twisting. I'm going to take that circle all the way back down before we go again. So I'm leading with the toes. I'm turning the thigh in, the toes out, leading with the toes in a big circle, up, out, and around, and then opening the hips. I'm trying to get as much rotation as I can through the hips, and then reversing the circle. So the reversing of the circle coming down, a lot of work for the glutes and the hip muscles. Go again one last time, turn the toes out, lead with the toes up, out and around, open the hip, twisting, and then reverse, big circle, all the way back down, and then we switch. So you want to bring your right leg into the center so you can balance, and then turn the left toes out, and then take that leg, you're sort of making a circle with the knee, keeping the knee at a 90-degree angle, and then turning or twisting the hips to the side, and then reverse. Try and get that leg to go out to the side, not just straight back down. Go again, leading with the toes, up, out and around, opening the hips to the side, and reverse, big circle. You know, one last one to do, leading with the toes up, out, around, opening the hips, and then reverse the circle, coming all the way back down. While we're here, just sit your bottom back towards your hips. So leave your hands where they are, hug the elbows towards each other, and then sit back. So you'll get a stretch into your, well, under the arms, into the spine, shoulder blades. Depends where you're a little bit tight. But if you let your elbows flare out to the side, it alters the stretch. So almost like you're trying to hug, I don't know, a watermelon between your elbows and sink back. And then release forward. And we're going to come into a modified crab reach. So you're going to turn over. We're going to get into our crab position. So feet hip distance, hands shoulder distance, fingertips pointing away from your body, chest nice and high. And your bottom wants to be about halfway. Well, it wants to be halfway between your heels and your hands. From there, you can see, if I turn this way so you can kind of see what I'm doing. You're going to straighten out one leg, but it's still on that same angle. So it's not out in front, it's off to the side slightly. And then bring your right hand inside your right leg. So we're going to lift the hips from here, push down into the floor, lift the hips up. You'll only get so far. Then you need to lift the heel of the standing leg. So the heel comes up and you'll be able to lift the hips a lot further. And you'll get as far as you get, and that's okay. And then reaching the top arm over. So a modified crab reach. Arm comes down, hips come down, and you're back down on the floor. So same again. Hips come up, heel lifts, reaching the arm over. So really opening out the side of the body. There should be a lot of work going on in the glute on that left side, and then lower back down. So push down into the heel on the left side to engage the glute and the hip muscles more. And then release back down, and we'll switch sides. So just reset your crab, just so you've got a good setup. And then when you're happy with that, stretch out the right leg, bring the left elbow inside. And then we go same thing. We lift the hips, we lift that left heel all the way up, and then reaching the arm overhead. Lower all the way back down to the floor. Same thing. Hips, heel, arm reaching. And slowly down. One last time. Up we go. And release back down. And then from here, just bring your feet out in front. Do now single arm side push up. I'm gonna get my names right this morning. The legs out straight, toes pointed straight up to the ceiling. Bring your hands. So bringing my left hand in line with my hip or thereabouts, my bottom. And my right hand comes in front of it, same line. So tram lines with the legs. The feet are going to come over onto the left outside edge, and you're going to bend the elbows to take the front of the shoulder and the ear towards the mat. The top leg sweeps back, so get into the hip flexor and the quad on that side, and then bend the knee. So you're trying to pull your heel to your bottom, so hamstring gets involved, which is probably a good thing for you, Andrea. And then bring the leg back, push the floor away, tick-tock the feet back up to vertical. Same again on the other side, hand in line with hip, other hand in front, still about shoulder distance apart, ear in front of shoulder towards the mat, they're still hovering, top leg sweeps back, heel to butt, push the floor away, and come back up to seated. And then just let it flow from side to side, right? So there's no right or wrong with this. You could do single arm if you're feeling frisky, or you could keep it with both arms doing the work or sharing the load. Sorry, chaps, for some reason it cut me off. It threw me out. I can't tell who stopped and who was carrying on. I think, Claire, I think you were carrying on. I'm mightily impressed with how many you got through there. Bear with me. Can everybody hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, so for whatever reason, it turfed me out. It's fine. We shall carry on. Okay, so that was your side sit-ups. Nicola, apologies. I know you hate this one. Me too. We're going to come into an ape. So all an ape position is the bottom of a squat. So if you know that you can't get your heels down, you might be a little bit higher, or you might be down at the bottom with your heels slightly off. Doesn't matter, not bothered. You're just coming down into the deepest squat that you can, and you're just shifting from side to side. So I'm lifting one heel and shifting my body weight over, and then dropping that heel, lifting the other heel. So shifting from side to side. Gently pushing my knees out with my elbows. So just using this as a hip mobilizer this morning. Don't worry, it's not part of the flow. And then from there, as best you can, I'm going to turn sideways on so you can see. You're in the bottom of your squat. You're going to bring the backs of your hands together, thumbs pointing towards the floor, and the head's going to go between the arms. So you're rounding the spine. It's like you're coming off a diving board. So rounding the spine, reaching down towards the floor. And then from there, we're going to reverse that spinal movement and come into extension. So you're going to lift the heels up, reach the arms to the side, like you've got two pizzas on your palms, and lift the chest. Hard work for the legs. And then return to your reach, backs of the hands together, thumbs towards the floor. And then release out of that, and you can come down to your mat. So just using that as a mobilization. Right, let's get into it. So for Louise, who's new, it's a lot harder to do some of the floor work on a mat because your feet stick. Carpet's good because you can slide. There's some stick to a carpet, which is nice, but not too much. And then you've got the obviously wooden floor. But if you've got a rubber mat under your feet, you're going to stick. You can keep it. Some people like it, and that's okay. Right. Let's just start off with, in fact, we'll start off with our base positions. So we're going to start off in beast. Let's just get this one out of the way. So beast position, it's all fours, but you're narrowing your base. So instead of your knees being under your hips, your knees are under your belly button line. So you've probably got about 8 to 10 inches between your hand and your knee. It's quite a small position, but what you don't want is to be tucked. So you want to still be, have a long spine. Toes are tucked under. Okay, so let's activate beast from here. Push the floor away, hover the knees an inch off the floor, and we hold for 3, 2, 1. You can lower the knees down. We're going to get into the limb lifts on this next one. So hover the knees, hold, 3, 2, 1. Pick up the right foot, just an inch off the floor, 3, 2, 1. Left foot, 3, 2, 1. And release the knees down. I'm not going to torture you with the hands this morning because we're going to be doing plenty of work. So coming over into crab, activating the crab. So nice proud chest, eyes to the rising sun. And where you lift your hips off the floor here is to push down with the shoulders. So it's not lifting with your bottom, it's pushing down with the shoulders to get your bottom off the floor. We're going to hold here for 3, 2, 1. Without collapsing, pick up your left foot, just high enough to slide a piece of paper under, and switch right foot. Hold 3, 2, 1. Left hand. So the elbow stays straight. You're shrugging the shoulder up just to pick that hand up off the floor. Place it back down, go right hand, hover 3, 2, 1, and release. And then the misery that is the right foot, left hand. Right foot, left hand. 3, 2, 1. Switch left foot, right hand. 3, 2, 1. And release and lower back down. One last one. So loaded beast. So a loaded beast, you're pushing the hips back towards your heels, toes are tucked under, and walking the arms away. So it's a long position. It's like a loaded spring, hence why it's called loaded beast. All right, so we've got beast, we've got crab, we've got loaded beast. So from here, the ears are between the upper arms, and you've got to push with the hands. You're going to hover the knees off the floor again. So hover the knees an inch off the floor, and your knees are slightly wider than hip distance. And let's hold for 3, 2, 1, and release the knees down. So that's your loaded beast. Coming into our unload. So rounding the spine straight forward and straight back. So we're going to set loaded beast here. So we're going to hover the knees. Louise, if you want to watch the first one, that's fine. We'll be doing a couple. So hover the knees when you're ready. Unload, chin to chest. Spine stays tucked under. Knees stay low. You will come out as far as you can. It's not a plank. I'm trying desperately to tuck my tail so I really get the lower abdominals involved. And then push with the toes to come forward that little bit more. Still with the chin touch, but not dropping. And then return to loaded beast. Knees stay an inch off the floor. You push back to your loaded beast. We're going to go again. Straight forward, chin tucked, tail tucked. Out to your unload. Glutes are squeezing. Push that little bit further, as much as your wrists will allow. And then return to loaded beast. We've got one more to do. Unload, straight out. Push with the toes. Glutes squeezing, everything tucked. Return to loaded beast. And then release the knees down. And you can come off your wrists for a moment. Okay, so unload. What else do I want to do? Crab reach. Apologies, I'm still coughing and spluttering. I'm sure as soon as I get upside down. Crab reach. So come back to your crab position. We're just using this as a stretch this morning. So when we come into crab reach, you need to get the hips up. You want your feet slightly wider than hip distance. And get used to where your limbs need to be to give you space to do this stuff. But otherwise, set crab, picking the hips up. We'll go right arm crab reach first. Right hand comes in front of the face. Lift the hips up. So you want to be hip square to the ceiling before you add in the reach and the rotation. Return to crab, hand comes back in front of the face, and then you lower the hips back down. Right hand comes back down to the floor, and we're good to go on the left-hand side. So make sure the shoulders are pulling back and the chest is proud before you start. Left hand, front of the face, it gives you a focus, right? So that hand doesn't move as you lift the hips, just stays in front of the face. It only reaches once you've got the hips up towards the ceiling. Return to the ceiling, and then lower back down to your crab position. So you're going to do a couple more on each side, right? So letting it flow a little bit. Right arm crab reach. Make sure you lift to the ceiling first, then rotate. Back to the ceiling, lower the hips. Hand comes down, opposite side. Left arm crab reach, up, then rotate. Back to crab. Switch, right arm crab reach. Return to crab. Last one, left arm crab reach. Return to crab, and you can rest the hips down. Okay, so working with our under switches. Under switch takes you from either crab to beast, all over the floor, or beast to crab, right? So we're going to start in crab, seeing as we're here. Lift the hips up, so proud chest, shoulders pulling back. Going to go left leg under switch. So left foot comes off the floor, along with the right hand. Heel comes up. I'm going to pivot on the shoulder and come over into beast. I might need to just shuffle the hands or the feet about just to get into a decent position, but knees are hovered. And then we'll go left leg under switch, which will take us back to crab. So left foot lifts, it comes under, and you're back over into your crab position. So the clue's in the name, under switch, leg goes under. Left leg under switch, left foot off the floor, pivot on the toes, and you come over into your beast position. Left leg under switch takes you back to your crab position. Right, so right leg under switch takes you over to beast. Right leg under switch will bring you back to your crab. Turn this way. Right leg under switch takes you over to beast. Right leg under switch takes you back to your crab. So from here, from crab, if I do a left leg under switch, it's the same thing as when we do the side kick. You want to be very compact. So as I pick the left foot up, right heel comes up so I can travel. I'm streamlining everything. So I'm bringing the hand in close, and the leg is staying tucked under. Same on the other side. Everything stays nice and close. The more compact you can make it, A, you're developing strength and control, but B, when you start to move through a flow, it works, right? If you start to let everything get longer, it gets harder and harder. So turn sideways on. So as you come over, the hand tucks in, the foot tucks in, and everything stays nice and compact. And that should bring you into your crab or your beast position without you having to kind of shuffle about a bit. Nice one, Nicola, that looked good. All right, so that's under switch. So let's go side kick through, because this is the one that usually throws everybody's brain into complete disarray. I'm going to try and be as side on to you as I can. I've got a slight angle to the camera because it gives me more space, but I'm going to try and be as side on to you. So as I'm pointing 12 and 6, the leg is either going 3 or 9. So it's the same start position. It's that same under switch. So step beast, we're going to go left leg side kick through. So start your under switch, the left foot comes up, you look for the toes. So the toes are together, the heel comes down, and then you kick in straight out there. Now, if you look at me in the camera, you've got your hip halfway between your arm and your foot. And you can always put your hip down there if me waffling on is too much like hard work. So halfway between the two. I'm not overly concerned what this elbow's doing at the moment, all right? But then coming back, it's the same thing. The leg tucks in, you find the toes, heel lifts, and you pivot back through to your beast position. By all means, rest the knees. Same on the other side, right leg side kick through. You start your under switch, you look for the toes coming together, drop the heel, and then kick the leg straight out, halfway between the hand and the foot. It tucks back in, and you pivot back over to beast and rest the knees down. Oh, she says, panting away. So let's go side to side. Let's start left leg side kick through, hovering the knees, start your under switch, kick the leg, hold it there, add in the elbow pull. So the elbow is pulling high, back of the hand towards the face. And then we scoot back to beast before we go to the other side. So same again on the other side, start your under switch, drop the heel, kick the leg, pull the elbow back, return to beast, and rest the knees down. Have a moment off your wrist. If you need to do your wrist relief position, bring the backs of the hands together, drop the elbows. So no particularly fancy things in here today. Side kick through. I'm going to get you to do it again. I'm going to come and watch. Also, as well, while I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to record this in gallery view as well. So if you ever wanted to, if you ever wanted the recording to have a look at yourself and how you're moving, it can be really useful and really horrifying as well. Nico's going, nah, I'm all right. I'd rather not know. Right, your turn. Come on, set beast. Nice, Claire with an eye. I like it. Right, okay, so when you're ready, left leg side kick through. You're already in it, don't worry. Brilliant. And then return to beast. That's it. You've got it. When you're ready, go to the other side. I'm going to let you move in your own time. I'm just keeping a beady eye. I just want to see if there's anything that's sort of really obvious that can be fixed. Good work, Andrea. I like it. Very good. Brilliant. Go on, Claire. Yes. Well done. Good. And rest when you're ready. Rest when you're ready. So Claire R, the only thing that I can see with you, I think, and because your head's a little bit high, is you just think you're overthinking the hand. It's really weird, isn't it? It's odd how hard it is to get this position. The reason why it's the back of the hand is because it helps you keep the elbow up. Whereas if it's this way up, the elbow drops. And I know it's, it's like voguing. Where does my hand go? It pulls this way. Yeah, so back of the hand towards the face. Claire Bassett, the only thing I can see with you is you're unbalanced as you come through, you're kind of swinging. Yeah, it happens to us all. It usually happens on front step. So as you come through, if you think about doing an abdominal crunch, like you pull in your belly button, your pubic bone up towards your nose, it will help you stop that swing. It will give you a bit more control. It's just momentum. It's your body going, yay. All right, so side kick through. Very good. Let's move into our front step. Because this is another one where the hand makes a difference. I'll turn this way. So we're going to set loaded beast. Legs pulling or knees pulling out to the side, so wider than hip distance. And let's go front leg, right leg front step. All right, so step forward, big step with the right leg, and it wants to go as wide and as long as possible. And the elbow pulls back. So it's like I'm trying to elbow somebody behind me. Going back, you want to try and get the hand down and the foot off at the same time. And then go again on the left. So big step forward with the left leg front step, fling that leg forward, elbow somebody hard behind you. That's it. Oh, that worked. I don't know who you were imagining. I hope it's not me. And then same on the way back, return to loaded beast, try and get your foot up and your hand down at the same time. So you've got to give it a bit of shove, bit of oomph to go back. Brilliant. Set loaded beast, let's do it again. Right leg, front step. Elbow, somebody you don't like. Hand and foot, same time. Same on the left. You're trying to land your foot and pick up the hand at the same time. Or at least get your hand up as the foot lands. Same on the way back. Hand and foot, if you can. One more each side. Right leg, front step. Nicely done. Step back. Last one. Left leg, front step. Return to loaded beast. And rest your knees down. Have a moment of reprieve. Okay. So we've got a teeny tiny flow with the stuff that we've just done. It's only little, and it's dead basic. Like I say, I'm giving you a reprieve from yesterday. Don't worry, by tomorrow we'll be back on it. So we're going to start off in crab. Let's just build it up. So proud crab, shoulders pulling back, chin up, hips off the floor. Left leg under switch. We'll take you to beast, yeah? Left leg under switch. Right leg, side kick through. Right leg under switch will take you back to beast. Set your loaded beast. So all you need to do from there, flare the knees, walk the arms away. Right leg front step. Big, 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 big step. Pull the elbow back. Return to loaded beast. Step beast. So to come back to beast, you hop the legs forward. And then we go left leg under switch, back to crab. Could have done right leg under switch, but it doesn't matter. So no jumping, no hopping, no faffing about. The only thing that's slightly different is from loaded beast to beast. All you've got to do is bring your knees forward. That's it. So let's go again on the other side. So we start off in crab. We go right leg under switch. We'll take you to beast. We go left leg, side kick through. Left leg under switch brings you back to beast. Set loaded beast, walk the arms away. Left leg front step, elbow back, return to loaded beast, hand comes down, foot goes back. Set beast, hop one foot forward and then the other. And then we go right leg under switch, back through to crab. Nicely done. Good. Right. So there's plenty of opportunity there to just try and get your body, as it were, in the right place for each movement. So we're going to repeat it again. I'm going to go both sides. So we set crab, left leg under switch. Right leg, side kick through. Right leg under switch will take you to your beast. Set loaded beast. Walk the arms away, bottom to heels. Right leg front step, big, 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 big step. Elbow somebody you don't like. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. So you come forward, bring one foot forward and then the other. And then left leg under switch brings you back to crab. I'm going straight into the other side. Let me get my lefts and rights right. Right leg under switch will take you to beast. Left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch will bring you back to beast. Set loaded beast, walk the arms out. left leg, front step. Big, 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 big step. Return to loaded beast. Hand comes down, foot goes back. Step beast. Come forward. Walk, hop, skip the feet forward. And then right leg under switch brings you back to your crab. How are we doing? Give me a thumbs up. Same again. The more practice we get, the better. Hello, you. You come to bug me? Hmm? Come to give me a nibble? Are you freezing? Freezing cat. Right, here we go. Set crab. Left leg under switch will take you to beast. Oh, another cat. Let's go on. Right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch will take you back to beast. Set loaded beast. Hips go to your heels. Walk the hands away. Right leg front step. Big, big step forward. Return to loaded beast. Step beast. Bring your body weight over your hands and bring the feet forward. Left leg under switch will take you back to your crab. Right leg under switch will take you to beast. Left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch will bring you back to beast. Step loaded beast. Bottom to heels, walk the hands away. Left leg front step. Big step, big elbow. Return to loaded beast. Step beast. Shoulders over wrists, walk the feet forward. Right leg under switch brings you back to crab. And rest the hips down. I'm just giving you a break, mainly because I need one. Panting. I still can't breathe properly. How are we doing? Wrists okay? Nobody's giving the wrists a mad shake, so I'm thinking everybody's kind of just okay. Yes, thumbs up. Nobody dying. I'm thinking about trying to get a little bit closer so you can see what I'm trying to say. There's a point at which it kind of throws your brain out. I'm trying to think where it is. It might come to me on this next one. Let's just go through it again. I know what I'm not trying to say, but it's not coming to me. So set crab. Left leg under switch will take you to brace. Left leg under switch. Right leg side kick through. So right leg is going under and then out to the side. Right leg under switch will take you back to beast. So bend the right leg in, pivot back under to beast. Set loaded beast. Bottom to heels. Walk the hands away. Right leg front step. Big step, big elbow. Return to loaded beast. Step beast. So bring your shoulders over your wrists and then walk the feet in. And we go left leg under switch, back to your crab. Good, brilliant. Other side, right leg under switch will take you to beast. Left leg, side kick through. Left leg under switch. So you bring that left leg back under you to come back to beast. Bottom to heels, set loaded beast, walking the hands away. Left leg front step. Big step forward, elbow pulling back. Return to loaded beast. Hand comes down, foot goes back. Step beast, shoulders come over wrists. Walk one foot in and then the other. Finish with a right leg under switch, which will take you back to crab. Right leg under switch takes you all the way back over to crab. Oh, it does. How we doing for time? We're actually doing pretty good for time. Let's no, I'm not going to change it up. Let me get some feedback from you guys before I throw it in again. Where are we struggling with? Oh, I can't unmute you, can you? You've got to unmute yourself. Give me some feedback, come on. What are we struggling with and what are we aren't? Oh, and the answer might be, I'm doing okay, thanks very much.
teaching points about how to get from like loaded beast to beast and back again. I think I was just doing my own version. So I was like, you know, drop the hips back or walk the hands forward and then the legs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. All right, we'll go through that. Claire B.
Everything, putting everything together today. I woke up this morning with excruciating pain in my wrist.
Really? Is that from this, do you think?
I'm assuming so, yeah.
Right, definitely need some wrist mobs then. And
Yeah.
Claire R.
Just sore everywhere.
Just sore everywhere. Is that from this?
No, wrists and knees.
Ah, okay. Yeah, just taking the body weight.
My
Just
good
sore.
knee is hurting more than my bad knee.
That's a great start. So we're all essentially broken this morning. Is that what we're saying? Bless you. Right. Okay. In which case, because it's such a short flow, let's do it one more time. You've had chance. I've just given your brain a chance to kind of go, right, enough. You've got one more chance, both sides. We're going to finish off with the wrist mobs. I've said it before. You've got to do the wrist mobilizations either before the session, at least do it every day. Yeah. And it's not that your wrists are weak and pathetic. It's just the fact that they don't get used. Certainly not for bearing your body weight. So that's why it's one of the easiest places to fracture as you get older, because there's no body weight going through them. There's no getting away from it. Even though this is kind of a relatively simple flow in comparison to what we've been doing, it is, because it's simple, it's very slow. So there's no momentum. So you're building a lot of strength, but it's a lot of work on the body. So apologies if you're sore. It does get better with time. If it's any consolation, I'm massively sore as well, because I did a session yesterday morning, a session at 10 o'clock, a session with a client, and then another. So I did 4 hours yesterday. So I am sore as well. So I feel your pain. Right. Oh, sorry. Set crab. Last one. I promise. Set crab. Left leg under switch. We'll take you to beast. Do it. Right leg. Side kick through. Right leg under switch will take you back to beast. Right, set in loaded beast. From beast, put your bottom on your heels. Walk the hands away. Right leg front step. Big, big, big step. Elbow pulling back. Nice. Return to loaded beast. Step back. Loaded beast. Now set beast reverse. So you're going to bring your shoulders over your wrists like you're coming out to a plank, and then walk the feet in. Left leg under switch takes you back to your crab. Rest your hips if you need to. Give your hands a shake if you need to. But we've got one left to do. Right leg under switch will take you to beast. Left leg side kick through. Start your under switch, kick the leg. Left leg under switch will take you back to beast. Set loaded beast, put your bum on your heels, walk the hands away. Left leg front step, elbow pulling back, return to loaded beast, step beast, shoulders come over wrists, step the feet forward, finish with a right leg under switch, back to your crab position. Well done, and rest. Right, wrists. All of these are on YouTube as well, by the way. If you haven't got the YouTube link, ask me for it. So I've done loads of wrist mobilizations, but let's do it as a cool down today. Hands clasped or fingers clasped, forearms together, figure of eights to start with. So given that we've been doing some work and that we didn't do this as a warm-up, we're doing it as a cool down, there might be parts of this movement that are a little bit grumpy. So you can slow it down and just stay away from the grumpy bits. Reverse your figure of eight. And then we're going to do wrist waves. So the hands are staying clasped. I'm going to lift one elbow up. And I'm trying to, if you see that, I'm trying to make a right angle with my top wrist, bending my elbow down, trying to get as much of a amount and point on that wrist as I can. It rolls through the other wrist, and then the elbow comes up and we start again. And you'll have one, so this is weirdly, my body chooses my bad side to do this first. I actually have to look at what I'm doing on this side, and it doesn't look anything like a wave. It looks like I'm having some kind of seizure. But the movement's there. And then we go again on the other side. So you lift that elbow up first, and then this side, I can make it look like a beautiful Mexican wave. The dog's dinner on the other side. Well, look at you lot. You seem to do this really. This is my nightmare, this. I was never any good at dancing and coordination. But you get the idea. Try and get your fingers and the wrist to go through as much range of movement as possible. And then this is a really important one, given because we're rotating on the wrist. Doesn't feel like much, but the hands are clasped again. My palms are pointing towards the floor. I'm about chest level, pushing my thumbs together. And then I'm pushing my hands towards you. I'm not doing this, so I'm not showing you my palms. I'm pushing them towards you and trying to open this joint here. So, like I say, for me, it doesn't feel like I'm doing very much, but by the same token, I know it matters. So I'm pushing out to you and then coming back, and you can do it on an angle as well. So I can go out to the side slightly, which opens up more on one side than the other, and then back to the middle. So not turning your palms over, keeping your palms flat to the floor, thumbs pushing together. Like I say, it doesn't feel like much. You don't have a lot of range of movement in that joint anyway. You look at my hand, I'm essentially doing that. So that's straight. I'm trying to open that joint there. You can see how small the movement it is. And then give them a little bit of a shake. And bring your little finger and big finger, thumb, and shake up and down, side to side. For me, flapping works. Don't ask me why. It looks ridiculous, but for me, flapping is really helpful for my wrists. I don't know, it might just be me, but I could do this for about now. They just start to ease off a little bit. I don't know why. I'm all for sharing what works. Now we're going to do this extremely gently and come onto your knees. I'm going to bring one hand finger pointing forward. So we do this differently every time just because I get bored of doing the same things all the time. There's tons of wrist mobilizations, but given how much work we've done. So one hand could just flat, fingers pointing forward. The other hand is going to go back of the hand down. So you need to control how much weight you put through that. So the more I shift my body weight forward, the less weight there is on that hand. Yeah, it's only when I shift my body weight back that I get the stretch down the back of the hand into the wrist. So you've got total control. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm trying to spread my fingers, I'm trying to spread my little finger and my thumb away as well. Elbows staying straight, shoulders staying away from the ears. Doesn't matter what you do with your lower body. I was just getting off my knees because they're a bit sore. And then we're going to switch. So that hand that you've just done, be nice to it as you put it back down. And then swap, turning the hand over. And again, you've got total control over how much weight you want to take through it. Spread the thumb and the little finger. Elbow strain straight. Nose running from being face down. And then again, very gently turn it over. And all I'm doing is bringing my hands back down to the floor. And then I'm going to come forward. I'm not taking all my body weight. I'm just taking my wrist out of that position. I'm just trying to get them to come back to life a little bit. And then again, come off and just give them a very gentle shake, nice and loose. With any kind of body weight strength training class, unfortunately, the only way to do it is to suspend your body weight between your feet and your hands. So our feet are so used to taking body weight, you don't even feel them unless you've got sore toes. But your hands and your wrists are just not used to doing anything. So I appreciate that it becomes a little bit nippy. It does get better, but it takes time. So if you can remember to do the wrist mobs on a day-to-day basis, doesn't matter what you do with them. You know, you can do it at your desk, just get up and put your hands forward and back and just take your body weight forward and back. But you're just stretching out your wrists and getting them moving as much as possible. Right, and there endeth the lecture for today, because I'm very conscious that I've now taken up your time as well. So well done, chaps, for working through that and doing the flow over and over again. It's hard work to do that, you know. So even if you are persevering, you're doing very well, building some strength. Good work for a Tuesday morning. I think, Nick, it's just me and you tomorrow morning ticking, so you'll be excited about that, won't you?
Are you sure you got
Of course, it's nice to have just one person to torture. It means you can't escape. There's only you I need to watch.
If I wake up
Right,
early,
John, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, by all means, come and join us. Otherwise, I'll see whoever tomorrow. Nick, I know I'll see you tomorrow. If anybody else wants to join us, you know where we are. Have a good day, chaps. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.